A lot of people think because I left my religion that I am no longer religious or that I'm anti-Mormon, and that is absolutely not the case. I don't think that anybody should be Mormon, but I would never wish an existential crisis like I had leaving the Mormon Church on my worst enemies. I was so confused. 2 months after I left the Mormon Church, I did ayahuasca, and that just totally sent me for a loop. I mean, I ended up having mental health issues because of that particular string of events. And because life was hard and we had a bunch of stressful stuff going on, and human beings, I think, are fragile a lot of the time, and especially when you don't have like a mentor that can walk you through all of that stuff. I have absolutely no interest in taking anybody's faith from anyone. Faith is this, right? This Greek word "phe," this belief in things that you can't actually see, is one of the most important aspects of human living, and hope, right? If you don't have hope, if you don't have a belief that you're going to be able to have something that you don't have, then innovation would stop, right? People would stop being as creative. You wouldn't have people, risking anything if they don't have any faith. They wouldn't take that leap. They wouldn't take that plunge. You would build a culture of folks who are uninterested in what's beyond their current limitations, right? You don't have any reaching at that point. A lot of people have asked me, like, why do I choose to comment on the experience that I had in the church? And it's because it was the most important thing that has happened in my life, right? In an aggregate. I was a member of the church for 26 years. I served a mission. I went through all the temple ceremonies. I read the Bible, the Book of Mormon, the New Testament, the Nag Hammadi. I read all of the apocryphal doctrines. I read Jesus the Christ, and I had everything memorized. I had all of my preach my gospel things memorized from the mission. And I baptized people. I healed people. I laid my hands on people and I spoke the words to them, and I was able to heal their ailment. I got people to go to sleep when they weren't able to go to sleep. I got people to stop having a fever when they were having a fever. And so faith is the most important thing that a human being can cling to. It is a power, and it's a power that I don't think that we have accurately mapped in our species. I think that Jesus was onto something when he was going around and trying to tell everyone, okay, like, listen, I'm able to do all of this really cool stuff, but the key is that you have to have zero doubt, right? You can't have any doubt. It has to be at least 1% faith, right? 1%, one mustard seed of faith. But like, you can't have a mustard seed of faith if there's any doubt, right? That whole that the relationship between those things, it's a zero sum game. When you have, infinite faith in something, right? This mustard seed, you're able to heal, you're able to create miracles, you're able to interact with the divine, you're able to change the course of reality for the people around you. And it's totally based off of faith. And even though I've left, I still feel that, and I'm trying to reconcile where it is in my life. How can I turn my back on things that I've seen, that I've witnessed? It's a very weird place for me to be, but I know, and I have a testimony that the things that Joseph Smith taught are not true. I have to balance all of these things. I have to figure out how it fits into the grand scheme of things. I have to figure out what Jesus actually means to me and why it's important and why I should even care. And so for those out there who are struggling, I'm there with you. I'm exploring all of these concepts of the metaphysical and the divine so that we can find a cohesive way to position the spiritual in our lives and just live better lives. I've talked to members of every single faith, and all of them have told me that the basic precepts that help them govern their lives are the same across all the religions. And so if we can stop arguing about this or that, we're going to get to a really good place. But we do need to make sure that we are keeping faith in our life. If there's one thing that I can encourage you to do, it's that. Keep faith in your life, whether it's faith in your family, faith in yourself, faith in your boss, faith in your job, faith in the world, faith in humanity. Keep it, because the absence of that is really not a great place to be.